Welcome to the Straight Out of Home Video podcast, part of the Geeky Waffle Network. Today we're talking about Belle's Magical World, which is a 1998 movie, in quotes. I'm Candace, and with me is my co-host, Arezou. Hey, Arezou.
Hello.
We're Beauty and the Beast fans, right?
Big time. Favorite fairy tale, favorite Disney movie. It says so much about who I became as an adult. All of it.
I was Belle multiple times for Halloween. I started reading because of Belle.
I don't think I actually had a Belle Halloween costume, but I did have a Belle, like one of those fancy Disney store nightgowns that kind of looked like a costume.
I had a fancy Jasmine one.
Oh, I had one of those.
Yeah. If you use a blanket, pretend it was a magic carpet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just natch like you do.
Big Beauty and the Beast fans in the house today.
Yes. So, I was kind of like morbidly curious about this.
Had you seen this before, like watching it
I had not. I had no clue. All I knew
I grew up with this. I had the VHS.
You did? Did you like it as a kid?
I did.
Okay, yeah. Kids are stupid.
I mean, it did its job. It entertained an 8-year-old. So
okay, so the reason we say like quote movie is because this was obviously meant to be like a series, and it failed. And this is like the Atlantis movie is like this, and so is one of the Tarzan movies.
Yeah, Tarzan and Jane is like this. I feel like there's another one.
There's the Atlantis one.
Cinderella 2. Cinderella 2 is like
Cinderella 2, yeah. They do a better job with those vignettes, though, I feel like.
Because the Cinderella 2 one has a through line.
Yes.
The Tarzan and Jane one, too, that has a through line. But this
it has
one
someone telling the
doesn't.
story.
Yeah, there's a reason we're telling these stories, but I feel like the Atlantis one tried to give it a through line.
Yeah.
Like a very hasty one. It didn't really work.
Yeah, it's like, we just came back from this place. Oh, we have to go to this place now.
Kind of like, why are we in the Wild West when we were just in Norway? But so this works better than Atlantis 2, I think.
Okay, so this is, again, another mequel to Beauty and the Beast. It takes place after the Beast traps Belle, or Belle trades her life for her father's. Mm-hmm. And it's before, obviously, the curse is broken.
Right.
So, okay, let's break it down by the 3 stories.
Let's go into it.
Okay, the first one is The Perfect Word. And yeah, Belle and Beast get into argument, and we're introduced to 3 new characters. Where did these characters come from, Arezou? Why are they not in the movie?
Why do we never see them again?
Okay, there's a lot of like implications in this movie that scare me.
They were straight up murdered.
Okay, yes. Okay, so the characters is a pile paper named Crane, which I'll talk about why being a pile of paper is kind of haunting. A quill named Lafume, and Webster the Dictionary. Yeah. So Belle and the Beast get into argument, and Belle's like, I'm not going to apologize until he apologizes. So the 3 new characters, who are also played by Jim Cummings, Jeff Bennett, and Rob Paulsen, like the holy trinity of men voice actors right here. You know their voice, right?
Right. Like, these are the guys.
Yeah. Jim Cummings is freaking Winnie the Pooh.
And it's like Darkwing Duck, right?
Yeah. And
he's a bunch of things. He's all over the place.
Yeah, same. Rob Paulsen has been multiple Ninja Turtles. And Jeff Bennett, it's a gargoyle. He is, he was in the Goofy movie. All 3 of these guys have been in multiple movies that we have seen in the past. Yeah.
They meet Belle.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm blanking now on what prompts the friendship, because I know like the gist of the story, but
the dictionary, I think she's like, oh my God, a book.
Right, because she's read all the books in that oh no, she doesn't have her massive library yet.
No, she doesn't, but she sees a book and she's very excited.
Right.
And so everyone's like, oh no, there's not good energy in the castle. What can we do? So they fake an apology letter from the Beast to Belle. And Belle's like, I forgive you, all this kind of stuff. And then it comes out that it's a fake letter, and the 3 paper, book, and flume quill lied. And then the Beast is like coming at them, and Belle's like, I won't let you hurt them. And it's like, there was a fire right there, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's like, heavily implied. like something really bad's gonna happen.
Well, didn't he kick them out of the castle?
But yeah, instead of whatever he was gonna do before Belle stopped him, he grabs him and literally throws him out of the castle. Like, what is an enchanted writing utensil and paper gonna do outside?
Die.
Yeah, because apparently they get cold. The furniture can get cold.
I feel like maybe that's the distinction between like furniture that used to be people and furniture that was furniture originally, but now can like walk around and stuff. Because I think that those are two distinct groups in the castle.
Really, you do think there's some that are just
Well, because the thing is, like, if everything in the castle is enchanted, right? And I'm not counting the live action movie where like the hairbrush doesn't move. Like, think of like the Be Our Guest sequence. Like, we have every piece of cutlery and dishware and glassware and everything is singing and dancing. If every
yes.
single one of those things was a person, then the castle had no furniture or cutlery
Also,
or dishes or anything. Like, that it would just be a giant empty castle. So I think that the furniture and objects with personalities and voices were
and like
people,
eyes
and the
and
one and
mouths.
eyes, and the ones that, well, not necessarily eyes, because like the coat rack was clearly like the valet, but he doesn't have eyes, but he does have a
Oh
personality.
yeah, true, true, true. Yeah,
But the
yeah, he
ones
played the
that don't have a
violin.
personality and they just like move, I think those were just objects.
Yeah, that like are kind of controlled by the other human furniture.
Yeah, it was like they were objects that were enchanted because the enchantress is like, not only am I cursing everybody along with you, but I'm also going to make your life really inconvenient.
Yes, and also we find out so if they feel cold, that means they feel pain.
Yep. Well, yeah, because Lumiere like burns Cogsworth's
Oh
butt in the
yeah,
first one, so they
yeah.
feel pain.
This is like very disturbing implications all
God, I
around.
want to watch Beauty and the Beast now.
Oh my god. Okay, so oh, at the beginning, I saw this trivia fact. It's revealed that the castle is essentially like off limits to outsiders, but at the beginning, the beast is dictating a letter to order firewood for the castle.
Maybe he'll go like, they'll leave it at the end of the driveway.
It's like the DoorDash now. It's like leave it at the door.
Yeah, he's just ordering DoorDash firewood.
Yeah. So I guess like the beast overhears Belle talking to the three banished furniture things, and he's like, I should be nicer. And he apologizes, and he's like, wow, that was easy. Yeah. That's it, right?
That's it. Like, it's the same fight over and over and over again.
Oh my God. That is what really bugged me with this. Because it's like, y'all are not helping. Like, I'm not getting why she fell for him eventually, you know?
Yeah, because like I think part of the problem with this is like we were already pushing it with the Enchanted Christmas,
Oh,
like
yeah.
happening in the middle. Because yeah, sure, they skip wintertime. So sure, maybe there was a big thing at Christmas and that's sort of post Wolf Chase, pre-library sort of what prompted them to become closer friends. Like sure, I can buy it even though it's a stretch, but the thing is that the longer you spend showing what an asshole he is and how like mean and cruel and like beastly, it becomes less and less likely that she's going to fall in love with him without more kindness on the back end to
Yeah.
justify.
You got to at least even it out. And this is not
You
even
have to even it
close.
out, and it doesn't, because the casual apologies at the end are not enough.
No, it was not enough. He was literally about to murder the three of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that the third story. Oh God. Okay,
The
well, let's
third
go to
story or the
this.
second?
No, the third story has more of the Beast and Belle
Oh, right, right,
issues.
right.
But yeah, okay. But let's go to the second one, which is Fifi's foil. Folly. On the anniversary of Lumiere's first date with Fifi, he gets nervous and he sets the place on fire. Are the books alive, Arzu? Like
No.
we saw some of the books alive, but during that, it was like, oh no. So Belle helps Lumiere prep for his date. However, Fifi like sees them and thinks that they're together now, Belle and Lumiere.
This one I think bothers me the least, only because it doesn't directly involve the beast. So it
Yeah.
doesn't like mess up the love story side of it for them.
Oh,
It's just like,
okay.
this is very plausibly something that could have happened.
Yeah. Fifi calls Belle many things, including a vixen, evil, like an evil enchantress, not blaming Lumiere.
No, because it's the woman's fault.
Yeah, it's always a woman's fault.
But like this was 1998. Like we
I
were still
know.
blaming women for men's behavior. We like people still do that, but
I
like even
know.
the
I know.
best intended people were still doing that back then.
Yeah. And it's also Lumiere's like flirts with everyone. Do you remember like the Enchanted Christmas with like Angelica?
Yeah. Where was Fifi then?
Yeah, exactly. So
Fifi didn't
they
care if it was maybe that's why Fifi's so defensive now cuz she found out about Angelica and she's like, "No, this isn't
yeah.
happening again."
But yeah, I don't know what to say about this one. You got opinions?
It was fine. It was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. There's like a point at the end where they fall off the sled that they're going off of and like nearly die.
Well then.
And doesn't that happen at the end of the third one too? Like they fall
Y-
off a cliff or
um Cogsworth Falls.
yeah. Okay. So let's go to Broken Wing. Broken Wing, a bird comes into the castle with a broken wing. Belle like fixes it. The beast is like, ew, animals.
I
and
mean, okay, in this respect, I can relate because I strongly dislike birds. So
wow.
if I had a castle and
Some
the
random
person I was
bird.
trying to woo and fall in love with shows up with a bird, like I think that would be it. I think it would be over between us if they didn't get rid
Wow.
of the bird.
But the beast ends up liking the bird and wants the bird to only sing for him. So he
Okay, well I didn't
cages
say
the
the beast was
bird.
smart.
Yeah. He cages the bird and he's like, no, only he can sing for me and all this kind of stuff. And I guess Belle has a Freudian slip, which is not a Freudian slip, but like, is like, who would want to be caged up here? You know, like, and the beast is like,
Well,
what?
I feel like by this point, as a child, rewatching it, like I was so mentally checked out that I remember this one like the least well.
Or you like fell asleep during this multiple times.
Like I just think by this point, I had taken out a toy like as a kid or like as an adult, like watching
Yeah.
it for this. I had my phone out like by this point because I'm like, I know I watched this and I barely remember it.
It really like disturbed me how the beast was like, no, I'm just gonna steal this animal and keep it away from the outside.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably had to learn a. I don't know if they wanted him to like learn a lesson about like you can't keep people captive and expect them to shine and be like, see, you're doing that to Belle. But if that's the lesson he learns now, he should immediately let Belle go.
I
But
guess
he
you didn't learn
doesn't.
it well enough. It's just about birds, Arzu. It's just about
Yeah,
birds.
birds can go, but Belle's got to stay. Like it
Yeah.
again, it weakens the love story.
Completely, because it's just like all these terrible things he's done.
Like I don't like I know I said it a bit earlier, but I don't think Enchanted Christmas weakens their love story. I actually have like a soft spot for Enchanted Christmas. I know it's cheesy, but like I think it works. But this, I'm like, this, I can see why they didn't make this into a show because it challenges the integrity of the movie.
Do you think if it was a show, they would slowly have shown him not being an ass as much?
I'd like to think so, but somehow I feel like it would be one of those things that, like, they have to kind of keep it at the status quo
Yeah, because
and
they can't
not
make
let
any
him
big
grow
changes.
because he still needs to do that flip in the movie and he still needs to grow that way.
And they need to have something there.
Right, which I
Yeah.
think The Enchanted Christmas does just fine.
Yeah.
Because the jump from like the wolf thing slash her helping with the scratches on his arm, jumping straight to like something there and the library and all that, like it is a big jump. And we are meant to
Yeah.
think that, you know, a bit of time has gone by and clearly they're getting along a little bit better. So yeah, having it be 3 days over Christmas that is the thing that softens it is fine. But having it be like him arguing over a bird and being mad about a fake apology letter and like things like that, I'm like, okay, how long was it between the wolf chase and the library?
Yeah. And how many servants got murdered in the in
How
between
many
time?
servants got murdered in the name of this love story? Like,
Or even before Belle came, like if
oh
Belle
man,
wasn't
I didn't
there,
even.
those three would have been murdered.
Yeah, but if Belle wasn't there, those three wouldn't have done the fake apology.
Oh, so we're blaming Belle?
No, I'm just saying he
I'm
wouldn't have he
joking.
wouldn't have noticed.
Okay, but yeah, Back again with the paper on fire, like Lumiere, like again, he sets books on fire. I kept thinking about the paper. The paper is just a stack of papers. What happens when you run out of paper?
Maybe it never runs out.
It is magic, right?
Yeah, it's endless paper.
Yeah.
Bottomless paper.
Okay, so the majority of the voice actors from the original are back, except for Angela Lansbury. She does not voice Mrs. Potts. Instead, is voiced by Anne Rogers. And no one knows why she didn't come back for this. But I think I do. She
Because
knew.
she took one look at the script and went, no.
Nope. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. According to Disney Wiki, this is considered, along with Pocahontas 2, like one of the worst Disney sequels, mequels, prequels.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Other
there's
than like Pocahontas 2 being kind of tone deaf, racist, I don't think it's that. There are definitely worse ones. It's not that bad.
I think people are so passionate about how Pocahontas 2 and this movie are done is because they just like they love Beauty and the Beast and Pocahontas so much.
Right. Yeah, that does
Versus
make sense.
Lady and the Tramp, the people watching the Lady and the Tramp sequel didn't watch it when it first came out, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So, since it's just you, Arzu, okay, here we go. What do you think the critic score is on Rotten Tomatoes?
33%.
Oh, you were very kind. It was 17% with 6 reviews. And the reviewer from Agony and Ecstasy said, it's trash, literally. Something that wasn't good enough for its intended purpose, aka the TV show. And so Disney slapped a box on it and charged money for it.
And I paid it. Well, I didn't. My parents did.
Yeah, your parents did. Have them sit down and watch it and be like, we put our money in this.
They did. I'm positive they did.
Okay, what do you think the audience score is? There's 50,000 reviews of this, or ratings.
Can I have a hint? Is it better or worse than the critic score?
Better. But remember, it was 17%.
Right.
Or am I
22%?
Like, okay, it was 72%. I was trying to give you.
Whoa!
I was going through some of the reviews, and I think maybe some people were confused and just thought this was Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, that's very possible.
But, okay, I got a positive review. Amber says, Belle's Magical World is a sequel to the beloved Beauty and the Beast and has all the magic and romance from the first.
Amber, are you good?
Yeah, Amber doesn't know what romance is.
Amber has critical thinking skill problems.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not fair. Amber enjoyed it.
Yeah. Amber might be a child. We don't know.
Good for you, Amber.
Okay, Jaden says, Disney Toons didn't know when a movie didn't need a sequel, and they gave Beauty and the Beast literally 3 sequels, which I only know about these 2. Is there a third one?
Maybe they mean like the 3 stories.
Okay, and maybe like there is like a princess movie too that I think like Belle shares with someone else. Okay.
No, there's like this one and Enchanted Christmas, and I think Belle Tales of Friendship, which is like a fusion between this and Sing Me a Story.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Maybe that's what they mean. The fever dream that is Sing Me a Story, Belle.
Yes. Please check out my video on YouTube /The Kiki Waffle. No, /The Kiki Waffle. Okay, anyway. It says, this isn't even a sequel. It's a make-cool. It totally didn't fit the timeline and added a lot of new characters never mentioned in other movies. Also, the animation is really bad and the story is boring. Most importantly, the story is childish.
Well, yeah, it's for children.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. Like, it's supposed to be childless. It's a child.
Yeah, childish, or it was like, it skews too young is not a criticism I ever enjoy in children's media, because I'm like, yeah, it's for children.
Okay. Here's another. Matt said, I started watching this with my 7-year-old daughter who loves the original, so it seemed like an easy bet. She couldn't make it through the first segment. Now I'm a 34-year-old straight male who watched Belle's Magical World by himself. So no, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like another one said like Disney isn't learning from their mistakes, and they think that the Enchanted Christmas is a mistake. You can go fight them, Arezou.
Okay, no, that's wrong. The Enchanted Christmas is not a mistake. It's actually delightful.
Yeah, and they said to give the last one at least credit, it had romance in it. This doesn't have any here. It doesn't even feel like you're watching Beauty and the Beast. It feels like you're watching an abusive odd couple.
Well then.
It has 3 stories in here that look like episodes from a rejected TV series. Well, you're on the money there, Mac. It was.
I think like yeah, like the lack of romance in a Beauty and the Beast story is a problem.
Yeah.
Like that's what people are here for. Like even the Enchanted Christmas, which I swear this was not supposed to be an episode about the Enchanted Christmas, but I can't help but draw the parallel. Like the driving conflict is somebody trying to tear their romance apart while they are trying to make a go of it, or at least Belle
Yeah.
is, and Beast is just being grumpy. But that, it is what it is, and she's a ray of sunshine. But then like they have this, the whole conflict is the two of them and their clashing personalities, and like the fact that she is here against her will, but she's trying to make the best of things, and he is like a freaking prince who, yes, he's cursed, but he's not even trying. And it's like, there is good potential there. You scrub the serial numbers off of this, and this is like a compelling romance story. But Belle's magical world is like awkward and bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. And just to say like more about the Enchanted Christmas, I agree. I think it's one of the better sequel miquels, and it's like the only one at the Disney parks that is actually like acknowledged. Because at Christmas, Be Our Guest, the restaurant, has decorations from that movie, including Angelica on top of the tree.
Goals. I
And
want to see this.
yes, you have to come down.
Mm,
It's so pretty. They also have Belle in her Christmas dress from that movie too.
love her Christmas dress. When I worked at the Disney store around the holidays, like we'd always get like Halloween costumes like for Halloween, and then we'd get some extra costumes like all the way into the holidays so that people could buy it as presents. And we would get Belle's Christmas dress as like a deluxe costume. And I would just, it was so beautiful. And I used to stand there wishing they made this sparkly princess costume in my size because I love it so much.
It is the best. So yeah, watch Enchanted Christmas instead of this because it wasn't even fun, like bad watch.
Yeah, it's not even fun bad. It's just bad.
There is a screen cap from this where like Belle is making a face that became very like memeable. We'll have to use that.
You post that on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, the animation would just stop sometimes and hold on one frame. Gotta save that money.
There's no music in this, is there? Like singing.
There is a song after the moral, the forgiving one where Belle is singing and it just shows clips from the 15-minute story beforehand.
I blocked that out, clearly.
Yeah, I went to do something during that. I was like, what? Okay, no.
Okay, so another point in Enchanted Christmas's favor. Music isn't like,
as long as
Beauty
it's Christmas.
and the Beast quality, but it's not the worst.
As long as it's Christmas, it's still, they play that at the Disney parks too. That is like,
Yep.
It's like legit.
The story
Like
is
part of canon, I feel like, versus a lot of these sequels.
They're really not bad, those songs. Like,
yeah,
they're fun.
there is that random Lumiere and Cogsworth song when they're in the jail cell.
Okay, but that one's fun too.
Okay, but it's just really random.
It's really random, but it's fun. And like the one that Belle has like in the beginning with the storybook, like that was really nice. And go watch Enchanted Christmas, I think, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for us. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/the Geeky Waffle. We are on all social medias, geeky_waffle on Twitter, the Geeky Waffle everywhere else. Check out thegeekywaffle.com. You can read some awesome articles from people like Arezou and really cool recaps. I don't know what else to say. This was not fun to watch.
If you want serialized romance, definitely go check out my article on thegeekywaffle.com about Ice Planet Barbarians.
No!
I'm gonna plug this everywhere.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't be as proud of this article as I am, but I am.
That's like Beauty and the Beast-esque,
30
right?
plus stories that are all very Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
So,
well, if that's your cup of tea,
watch Enchanted Christmas. Don't bother with Belle's Magical World.
There we go. That's it. We hope you have a happily ever after until someone tries to make a failed TV show and then puts it into a movie and it's not a movie and we hate it.